What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Nike Air Max 1 Premium Urawa. So the original version of this Urawa Air Max 1 released back in 2004, and that OG pair was a Japan exclusive. So this shoe celebrates the Urawa Dragons, also known as the Urawa Red Diamonds. So they're a Japanese football team that play in the J League, and the color schemes for both the OG and this one pay homage to that club. So these released on October 3rd for a price of $160 US or $210 here in Canada. And the official colorway for this shoe is pure platinum, white, black, and sport red. So this is something Nike's been doing a lot lately with the Air Max 1. Bringing back old school iconic Air Max 1 colorways, but bringing them back with a twist. So we've seen this for example with the Chili Air Max 1s as well as the Shimas, which satisfies Air Max 1 fans who weren't around or weren't able to buy the shoes back in the day, while at the same time preserving the OG collectors that actually have those original pairs. So for this 2023 version, diving right into the details, on the toe box you can see this is covered in a black colored mesh. On the U-throw area of the shoe we have this tumbled white colored leather, and then surrounding the front toe cap we have this pure platinum or light gray colored nubuck. This also covers the entire quarter panel of the shoe, and then the top two eyelets, this is highlighted with this red colored TPU, giving it this added level of pop. Stitched on top of the quarter panel we have more of that tumbled white leather which forms the shape of the swoosh, and then covering the entire mudguard of the shoe we have more of that pure platinum colored nubuck. We have more of this pure platinum colored overlay which surrounds the middle of the heel, and then we have this Urawa Dragon graphic which is embroidered in the center, and then the top portion of the heel, this is covered in more of that black colored mesh. As far as the laces go, so these only come with one lace option and they're just your normal flat style lace in white. The tongue is also covered in that same pure platinum colored nubuck, which gives it a little bit more of a premium touch. And then on the top of the tongue we have this tag with Nike Air branding embroidered across in this metallic gold finish. The interior of the shoe is covered in this white colored textile. And then as far as the insoles go, so these come with your typical foam line Air Max 1 insole. It's covered in this red colored finish on the top, and we have both Urawa and Nike co-branding pressed onto the heel in black. So the upper of the Air Max 1 sits atop this full-length polyurethane foam midsole. This entire midsole is painted in white, and just like any other Air Max 1, we have this window on the heel exposing the air unit that's found within the midsole, which in this case is done in red. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, this outsole here is done in this pure platinum colored finish. It has a speckled finish to it found throughout, so I don't know if this is a recycled rubber, which is kind of what it looks like, but either way it still has that same traditional Air Max 1 traction pattern, along with Nike Air branding running down the center of the heel. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these Air Max 1s, and in terms of sizing, to me these fit like any other recent Air Max 1, so I personally stick true to size. My foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 10 and they fit me perfectly. Whatever size you go with recent Air Max 1s, I'd stick with that exact same size and you should be fine. So for most people that means going true to size. Unless you have a really wide foot, then you might want to consider going up a half size. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so these feel like any other Air Max 1. With that said, for an everyday casual use shoe, it's going to be perfectly fine, but it's not necessarily a shoe that I'd say is extremely comfortable. You have some level of cushion underfoot, but overall it still feels a little bit more flat and firm. But again, for a retro 1980s sneaker, it's going to do the job for just an everyday sort of shoe. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so first off, material quality, I thought it was actually pretty good. Both the nubucks and the leathers used on the shoe I thought were definitely above average as far as a typical Air Max 1 goes, so I was pretty happy with the material quality. And in terms of the build and the craftsmanship, this is where I kind of had mixed feelings about this shoe. First off, on a positive note, I thought the toe box of the shoe looked really nice. It has this nice gradual slope to it. It didn't have that boxy cliff toe look, so that I was really pleased with. But something I find with a lot of Air Max 1s is crooked panels between the left foot and the right foot. So for example, if you look at my right foot right here, around this U-throw area, you can see how it's stitched on crookedly. And maybe this is just a case of me really nitpicking, but it kind of bugs me when my right foot is crooked and my left foot is straight. It's just one of those things where when you see it, you can't unsee it. So it's little things like that that really bug me with recent Air Max 1s. I've seen this with a lot of GRs that I picked up, so in a sense it's kind of not a surprise, but considering they slapped on the premium label on this shoe, I won't lie and say that I wasn't disappointed. And aside from that though, there were also some visible glue stains around where the upper meets the midsole. So just a bunch of little things that added up and bugged me. Before I forget, there was also a stain on my white laces. So I'm just gonna assume that I got unlucky and I just got a really bad pair this time around. So with all that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up for you, and I'll show you guys how these look. 2004, when those originals released back in Japan, that was before my time and before I personally started even buying sneakers. So it's been a shoe that I've kind of appreciated from afar. So on a personal note, I'm happy that Nike released this 2.0 version, which sort of pays homage to that original release without making this an exact carbon copy. So that kind of respects those OG collectors, allowing their original pairs to feel a little bit more special, but at the same time, it gives newer collectors a second opportunity to enjoy the shoes, despite it being a little bit different. So I think the colorway of the shoe is really clean. I like how they reversed the dark and the light, giving us a darker toe box and then lighter panels found throughout. I think this really is an eye catcher. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this Air Max 1 Urawa 2023? What are your thoughts on the colorway? What are your thoughts on them releasing a twist on an OG colorway? Are you more in the camp that wishes they released that original colorway as is? Or do you respect what Nike's doing, kind of balancing the best of both worlds with this 2.0 colorway? As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check out my X or Twitter account at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website as well at seango.ca. So thanks so much for watching, hopefully you guys enjoy this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.